welcome to our second video. I'm Lena.
And I'm Bill, and we're Witness & Co.
Today we're going to show you how we made this awesome mosaic mirror. We've done this project before, but last time we did not build the frame. And so this time we started from scratch and built the whole entire frame as well as doing the mosaics. And we pre-cut all of the tiles last time, and Bill wanted to do that again, but I vetoed that real quick. It took us forever. I think he blacked that out.
Probably.
So this time we decided to buy the tiles. Much better choice.
Yeah.
Way easier. We'll link that below.
Right down there.
Right down there.
So we also did this video a little differently. We filmed the whole process as we were doing it, so you guys get to follow along. We think it turned out pretty interesting, but let us know if you liked it. And hit that like and subscribe button if you guys want to see some more. Step 1. We're going to teach you how to build the frame.
Cow. So like standing is like a whole
Yeah, I don't know what to do
new
with
ball game. Like just, I guess like just hold this. Well, I'm holding it so you can't hold it.
Going through materials, obviously we have the mirror. Referencing for size, you can see that the mirror is 58 by 16 based on Lena's dimensions.
Yeah, which we'll list below.
Other than that, we have wood. We got 1 by 2 by 8s this time. We thought a little thin frame around this would look pretty nice. We already cut these down beforehand, and we sanded just like the edges. It's pretty much going to be covered by grout and everything. So we just want to make sure some of the corners were easy just for grabbing. And since the mirror has a little bit of a beveled edge that's like 1/2 inch, we wanted to cover that with the wood. We also were originally going to do this in 1 by 3s, but when we went to the store, we brought some of the mosaic tiles we had and just like laid them out, and we actually ended up going with this thinner piece of wood because we just thought it looked better and fit the tiles a little more. So we had to change some dimensions. And then lastly, yeah, we have this piece of MDF material. It's just like a composite material. It's super thin, and we cut it the exact same dimensions as the mirror. Alright, so those are all the materials we're using. Now Lena's going to tell you about the tools.
So we have the keg.
The keg.
So this is the Kreg.
We call him Kreg.
It's my friend Kreg. Okay, so Bill told me about this before. We're gonna drill these circle thingies in.
This is good. This is the explanation you guys wanted.
Into here.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally guessed that.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh, see, I'm a natural. Through there with the wood.
So
grab
you
a
get
piece of wood. I'll grab it. Yeah. Corner.
A corner. That's what it's called. Good word.
Then when you have all your connections, you have all of your pocket holes.
Yeah, keep going.
Then you take this and you add it to this by drilling in the nails.
They're screws, but yeah.
You take this guy and you're gonna make sure all the corner pieces are set right.
We kind of have a better tool for that. If you want to show
okay,
them.
yeah. Oh,
Let's show them.
the corner tool. Freaking corner tool gets me every time. So this is the clamping corner tool.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna use that to clamp the wood.
Maybe try one piece at a time.
Okay.
Huh.
Put it in.
It's not even in.
Oh, okay.
Look at that.
So we use the clamps.
Okay,
Oh my
show them
gosh,
the corner
this is DIY. Once you have it all put together and set up, then you're going to put in some wood glue. And I actually know how to use this.
She's certified.
Certified wood gluer.
Okay.
Done and done.
Alright, so we're filming backup footage in case Lena doesn't explain all the tools well. Which, if you're seeing this, it didn't go so great.
What?
So this is a Kreg Jig.
Kreg.
This is Kreg.
Kreg.
This is Kreg. We're using this to drill the pocket holes to secure all the pieces flush together. They're gonna end up like that. The other main tool we're using is just this corner clamp. That's exactly what I told you the name was.
I got it. corner tool. Clamping corner tool. So we use the clamps.
Okay. Lane already maybe showed this, but yeah, you just put them in, screw them down, and then yeah, wood glue and screws for the connections. That should be plenty strong enough to hold everything together. Because we're also going to be mosaicing this and then putting the grout on. So the grout is just pretty much a whole nother
Mosaic.
So the mosaic and the grout will pretty much be a whole nother part of the frame to strengthen it up. That's all the tools, that's all the materials. Let's get into it. So I already went through and just marked what sides of the pieces will be on the front and the back and which sides will be connecting to each other. Your markings will face towards the drill side. Doing one on each piece plus some wood glue, should be plenty. Line it up in the center, clamp it down, load it up. Okay.
They have to be this close. Nice.
Boom, boom.
One hole. At first, we were going with 2 holes, but it was cracking.
Since it's so thin and the holes had to be so close together, I think it was just too much pressure on the piece that we were drilling into to be so thin.
No, you go. I was gonna say, should I get it back?
Oh god. Yeah, in a second. Give a little catchphrase. You know what your catchphrase is. Come on.
The Dyson girl. Nice. Nice.
Always make sure you have a helper to encourage you.
Hype man, not helper. Hype man. Hype woman. Either one.
It's time to screw the screws. The screws that come in the Kreg Jig have a weird square drill bit. It's actually really nice, doesn't ever strip out or anything.
Which side are you on?
We're switching sides. We should let them know that we are setting up the frame.
So we're setting up the frame right now.
We both just did our own claps and then we just totally missed. Okay, so now we're just laying everything out, making sure all the holes line up. We're doing a frame where each piece drills into the next piece, if you can picture that, so it's kind of all offset.
We have our frame, the moment of truth. We need to see if the mirror fits. Dun, dun, dun.
Not bad. Hey! So yeah, there's probably like, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch leftover wood.
Perfect.
That's where the connections will go.
Okay, so we have a mirror. Perfect. Now we have to check the MDF board. Oh my goodness, it's looking good, folks. We got our frame. It's looking pretty good. And before we attach the mirror and the MDF board, we're going to paint the inner edge orange. And we chose orange because the tile is going to be orange. Let's do it! So as I said, we went around and painted all 4 inner edges of the frame, and we used an acrylic paint and did 2 coats of that. And then we painted the back edge, and this really doesn't need to be done perfectly. We just wanted the mirror to be reflecting the orange once it's all put together.
So here we're measuring for the mirror clips. We put them about 5 inches from the sides. And then we did the same thing on the top. And then we put a couple more evenly spaced out on the sides so everything stays in place.
Okay, so then we just attached 2 ring hangers on the back of the mirror. And wove this braided wire through both of them twice, making sure it was even. and then wrapped the excess of each side around the wire in the middle to make sure it would all be secure. So now we are finally mosaicing. It's midnight and we're mosaicing. We have our tile adhesive. We're gonna need white grout, sponges, tiles, and then our cleanup. Towel.
Let's go.
Okay, so then we started laying down the adhesive and putting the tile on top, and we were working in segments so that the adhesive didn't dry too quickly. We also really liked the look of the tiles placed organically, so we weren't worrying about them being placed perfectly. Next step is applying the grout, and we were just using our fingers, but you could use a sponge or a rag or even a spatula if you have one of those. And we were just working it into the cracks and then getting it as smooth as possible. And you can leave it all a little bit messy because you're gonna go back and wipe it all off eventually. Okay, so after about 15 to 20 minutes, we went over all the tiles with a sponge and just cleared off all the excess grout that was on top of them. You can definitely use a rag for this step, but we just went with sponges. We did have some cracking, and so we went back in and filled it in with another layer of grout and just repeated the last two steps. Putting grout on the sides of the mirror was a little harder because we ran out of tile and had to spread the pieces out a bit more, but we still used our fingers to apply the grout. It just took a little bit more effort to get the right thickness everywhere. Then we went through with a fine grit sandpaper to smooth down all the imperfections in the grout, and then we polished all the tiles.